Hello, this is Paul with Reloading123. A friend of mine asked me to help unpack some of these costs for reloading, including the tools, and help you identify where your break-even point is going to be. So let's dive right in. So the cost of estimating the tools, we are going to look at 4 different kits. I use kits for simplicity, kits from RCBS, the Rock Checker Supreme Master Single Stage Kit, Hornady, Lee, and Lyman, all very similar kits. All pricing throughout this entire presentation is dated from February the 16th, 2017. Let's first look at the RCBS kit with a street price of $279.99. It's quite a robust kit. I have a lot of products from RCBS and I have a lot of respect for them as an organization. There's a few things I believe this kit is missing for the beginner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to estimate that this kit complete, once you fill in all the gaps, is going to be $600. Let's look at the Hornady kit. Hornady kit's street price of $339.99 is also missing a few things. You're going to need a die, shell holder, possibly a trimmer, a case cleaner, and a few other things. I suspect this kit is going to run you right in the $630 range when it's all said and done. Let's look at Lee. Lee is known in the industry as being the cost-effective value leader in the reloading business. This kit has a lot of goodies in it. It actually, for what it is, it really comes complete. You'll find that typically with Lee products, most high volume reloaders don't rely on Lee presses, but I can tell you this, if you are just starting and you're on a budget, I would highly recommend Lee. This kit is missing a few pieces as well. As you can see, I'm estimating this kit, when you complete it out, is going to be $350. Lyman, this is going to be the last kit we look at. I'm a big fan of the Lyman book. This kit actually comes with a case trimmer. It has the digital scale, so it has quite a few things that are really nice about it. It is missing a few things. I would highly suggest die, shell holder, caliper, powder trickler, bullet puller, a number of other things you can see there. I suspect this kit is going to run you at about $640. So with all of that said and done, I know you saw several of these prices over the $600 range, but I'm going to estimate and make an assumption that you're going to $500 on your kit price. I say that because these are the items that I think you should have, but they're not necessarily the items that you need to get started. For example, if you're doing pistol loads, you're not going to necessarily need a trimmer right away, nor do you really need to have to clean your brass. So I'm going to leave out some of the higher ticket items and give you the basics, and we're going to estimate your ROI, or return on investment, based on a $500 set of tools for reloading. So another assumption that I'm going to make is that we're not charging for your time, so none of your time is calculated in here. Also, I'm going to assume that you're going to get 10 reloads from your pistol brass. So when you buy new brass, you're going to reload it 10 times. Also, for rifle loads, you'll see I'm estimating that you're going to get 7 reloads from the rifle brass, which information to follow. This slide depicts the 9mm Ruger reloads versus new ammunition. Don't get too caught up in the numbers and the metrics here. Just take a look at the left hand side. You're going to see that I can reload for $8.49 with factory loads coming in at $10.99 for a savings of $2.50 or 23%. Unfortunately, because of the savings is only $2.50 per 50 rounds, you're going to need 10,000 rounds to repay your $500 investment. That's quite a bit. On the contrary, when you're looking at premium reloads and against premium factory loads, the premium reload is going to cost you $12.88, where the premium factory load is going to cost you $44.73. Now that might seem like an incredibly high amount, and you've probably never seen factory loads at $44.73 per 50, but this price is based on the 20 round boxes of high-end self-defense loads that you're going to be able to mimic using your reloads. Some of those boxes are $22 or $23 for 20. Thus, you're going to get a $44.73 per 50 rounds for a savings of $31.85 and a 71% savings over factory premium. And it's only going to cost you $785 to repay your investment. Look at 45 ACP, another common reloaded caliber. Left-hand side of the chart, you'll see I can reload my budget or cheap loads for $11.20. Factory loads are in the $17.49 range for a savings of 36%. This particular loader, you have to reload about 4,000 rounds before you break even. On the contrary, with the premium load, you see something very similar that you saw with a 9mm that I can reload for $16.49, the premium style reload, saving myself $30.99 per 50, with being a 65% savings, and it's only going to take me 807 rounds in this example to pay off my investment. Let's look at rifle loads. The 5.56, this is these reloads are basically geared towards the AR shooter on the left. So the cheap 5.56 or 223 reload, I can reload for $4.67 a box of 20. I've changed the round count. The cheap factory loads that I found online today, $6.60 for a box of 20 for a savings of 29%. So shooting the AR, I start to break even at 5,185 rounds. Again, contrary, looking at the premium reloads. Now these are going to be more loads that you'll shoot through your bolt action, but these are using premium type bullets from Nosler, Sierra, Hornady, etc. I can reload 5.56 for $9.47 a box of 20. Factory loads are coming in at $21.99. That's the federal premium style load for a savings of 57%, and it would take 799 hand loads to pay off my investment. 308, this is going to be the last caliber that we look at on the left hand side. You can see 858 is what I can reload inexpensive full metal jacket rounds for by 20, saving myself $3.90 per box or 31%. Also going to take 2,500 rounds in order to break even. On the right hand side of this chart, you're going to see that for premium loads, and this is going to be the target shooting or hunting competition type load, I can load 308 for $11.49, saving myself $12.50 over the federal premium hand load for a 52% savings. So thus it's going to take 800 rounds to repay my $500 investment. Essentially, if you're going to reload for premium loads, or you're reloading hunting or target loads, reloading is going to be the only way to go, and the sooner you start. So don't let your eyes go cross-eyed on this chart, but this is just summarizing all the loads on one page. I just wanted to show you a couple things that really jumped out at me, and a bit of a learning experience was that on the right hand side, when you start looking at the actual rounds, premium loads versus factory loads, all of them took about 800 rounds to pay off that $500 initial investment. On the contrary, another thing that jumped out at me is that when you're on the low end of the scale and you're comparing your cheap reloads versus cheap factory loads, and these could be anything, you're looking at, I think you would agree that if you just kind of take a broad stroke at this number, 30% is the average savings for the cheap load. On the flip side, if you're reloading premium or target loads, you're saving 60%. And frankly, that number would even increase further If I was looking at loads with heavier bullets, you start going, 300 Win Mag or short mag or 338 caliber, such as that. The heavier the bullet, the greater the powder charge, the more you're actually going to save over factory loads. Okay, so let's kind of just roll this up, and here's the takeaways that I've gathered that I think you should know. That roughly you're going to save 30 to 60% depending on whether it's a budget load or a premium load. If you're looking at budget reloads, it may be more cost effective to purchase new bulk ammo on occasion. For example, today I saw 9mm loads by the 1,000 for $200. It is very difficult to load 9mm 124 grain just plinking loads for $200 a 1,000. Typically when I see that, I jump on it. Also, generally ammunition with heavier bullets will save you more money. Also, really oddball calibers, if you start looking at something really unique, let's just say it's 3040 Krag or 338 Federal, something out of the ordinary, something old, 3240, something like that, you're actually going to save significantly more money because of the rarity of the caliber. And typically you're going to achieve greater accuracy whether you're shooting budget against budget or specialty premium over your specialty premium reloads. So if accuracy is important to you, and it's worth a few extra bucks, then my suggestion is I would focus on reloading your budget loads, even though the costs can be very similar. Hopefully that was valuable for you, and you've got a few takeaways from that. Hopefully it helps you understand that your initial investment is going to be in that $500 range. It's depending on the load. It's going to run you anywhere between 800 rounds to say 5,000 rounds, depending on the round, the caliber, the bullet weight, etc. And you saw a little bit from the offerings from some of the major manufacturers, and then you were able to kind of see where the advantages and the ROI. If you have any questions, send me a note below. I appreciate your time. Thanks for taking a look at Reloading 123 cost analysis.